Alright, so the major is about 2 weeks away from the middle of it. Yeah, it's Thursday, so it'll be going on for a couple days in 2 weeks, because that makes sense. Um, so I decided before I do predictions, because I'm dying to do predictions, but I'll do that next week. I'm a little sweaty right now because I was just out walking around in snow, and my roommate likes to close the window, turn off the fan, and make it super fucking hot in here. So, anyway, I'm gonna do a tier list of the teams. This black one right here is Team Secret. I don't know why their logo didn't show up. This one is Endpoint, and I love the lag from the ads. Yeah, so we're gonna go into this, obviously, and we're gonna rate these teams. Team BDS, Extra, Monkey Moon, and Mark by 8. They've won one regional and one major. Obviously an S tier. You can't go wrong with that. Dignitas with yours apparently Jack and Scrub Killer. It's a fine line between A or S depending on which Dignitas comes out. You can't put them all at S though. I'm gonna put them at A for now because I don't remember the last time they won a regional event. Detonator is the um, Asian team coming in. Uh, the, I don't know how good they are. I haven't seen any of their games. I don't know anything about them other than they beat Tokyo Verde for the major spot. Um, I don't see them winning any games, honestly. It's just how it is. Nothing against them. It's just how like bad the whole region is compared to the more experienced regions. I actually don't know who's on this team, so let's check this real quick. Yeah, Burn, Myken, and Allpix? I don't know. Um, Next up we have Evil Geniuses, EG. They're a solid. Whoa, where did I even put them? Holy crap, you can't even see that. I'm putting them at B, which you can't even see that. Yeah, they're a B. They're solid, but they're not gonna crack the top five. Well, they are in the top five for Europe, but they're not gonna go anywhere higher than that. They always get beaten by every team up at the top, which that includes. I don't even know. Cataclysm, Ivan, and Rizex. They were a bubble team about, I think, last season or even in the fall. They might have been a bubble team. No, they were a bubble team before the fall split, and then they got picked up and became probably a top 8 team. Endpoint, I'm gonna put them at A. This is Seiko, Metsunaris, and Relating Wave. They have their moments, but they they're hit and miss. They're so inconsistent. The teams above them almost are always better, depending on if they're good or bad. I don't have F on here, but that's whatever. I don't need that many. FaZe is an A tier team. They struggle against the top teams, so the teams that are above them. That's typical First Killer and AJ. Yeah, okay, yeah, AJ. Um, I don't really know. I think they have a problem with committing too much, like triple committing and double committing, not rotating, not really trusting their teammates, and that's how they get scored on most of the times. Most of the time, but they're a pretty good team overall. Furia from South America, probably B tier. Who's on that team? I know Jans is Kaio, Card, and Jans. They were pretty good in the last major. They're one of the top teams in South America. That's why they're here. And they fell off after the fall major. They got out in like 9th, 12th, or top 8 or something in the first major or first regional for South America. And I don't. They're just struggling this split. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last split or last major rather. G2? Wow. G2 is an S tier team. JNAP, Chicago, and Atomic. They really stepped up the split after the first regional where they just got Atomic, and a new team is not going to do very well. But they've definitely grown a lot over this split, and they're S tier for sure. Pioneers. This is an OCE team, formerly a North America team, but now they're in Oceania. I'm gonna put them on B. I haven't. They were like a new team. They were unsigned until KCP decided to leave North America. But they're top two in OCE for a reason. But compared to like the teams above them, and maybe even teams on the same tier as them, they're not gonna be as good. And I know Scrub is on that team. Super Lachi? I don't know. Banana Head, what a name. And Scrub. That's on the Pioneers. NRG with Squishy, Garrett, and Justin. Definitely S tier. Wow, that is unfortunate. NRG is S. They are the most consistent team in the world, pretty much. More consistent than BDS. They just have a playstyle that doesn't make sense, but it works. Every other team is super fast and demo heavy and aggressive, and then NRG is just chilling. And they're consistent. Not much to say about them other than they're damn good. Renegades, they're borderline A. I'm gonna put them. We're gonna put them in A. We're gonna put them in A because they're an underrated team. Everyone thinks the minor regions suck, but Renegades are top of They're the best team in OCE. Probably second best team in the minor regions, and they're gonna cause some upsets. I bet. Expect now and in the future, especially to Endpoint. Renegades consist of CJ, Kami, and Fever. It's a very solid team. From the MENA, or Middle East, we have Sandrock Gaming, A tier. The best team that's outside of the major regions. This team consists of Ahmed, O'Khalid, and TRK, with Senzo being the sub, who was in the major last time. Last time they swept G2, the old G2 with Drees, instead of Atomic. I think they're going to make some waves. They're either going to go 3-0, or they're going to be first in the group, or they're going to be second. They're not going to be third or fourth. That's for sure. Space Station with Reddles, Arsenal, and Daniel. B. I mean, I hate to put them that low, but they're so inconsistent. They show promise in the first regional, and then they just rely on other teams to make it to the major. This time it got in their favor. It went in their favor. And they're going to have to... I feel like they're going to struggle against KCP. Dignitas is just going to be better than them. Sandrock might be better than them. Space Station is going to have a hard time. Team Queso. Vatira, Rise, and Joyo. Rise is a good disruptor. Joyo and Vatira are very mechanical and insane. They can beat BDS if they wanted to. Almost every time. They were the only team to cause a bracket reset and win it in the major regions, in the regionals, which was last regional. And their group is tough with FaZe and V1 and detonators. But they have a chance to win the major, without a doubt. Version 1, Calm, Beast Mode, and Torment. Yep. A. A very solid team. When they're on, they're on. They beat NRG. They beat everyone except for FaZe because they didn't have to play FaZe in the last major, or the last regional. But they just killed everyone, basically. And They're going to be on the LAN environment with Torment. They're going to be very good. Team Secret? Oh wow, that makes sense. They're secret, so they're invisible. See. Who is even on this team? They're a South America team. Sadness, Knight, and Math. I don't know anything about them other than they were good and Sam. And so I guess I have to put them at C. I don't really know where else to put them because I haven't seen them play. I mean, these are all really good teams, so it's really hard to rank them because they're all up here in the S through B tier. But this major is going to be very interesting. There's like more rookies at this LAN than there were before the fall major, so it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very fun to watch. It starts the 23rd in like 2 weeks or 13 days rather. But there's going to be some upsets. I can't wait to see the upsets. My predictions are going to be terrible because of the upsets. Because a lot of these matches will go either way because these teams are all really good. And it just depends on how they're playing that day. So yeah, that concludes this shorter video, I think it is. I don't know, I haven't looked at the time yet. But next week I'll be definitely making more videos because I have school off. And I don't have to deal with a roommate being super loud and annoying. Check to make sure he's not here. Alright, anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.